I figure I'll go and do a video of this DJI Mini 2 SE and show you probably the most impressive crash damage without actually even really showing it on the outside. That's what's kind of impressive, is none of the legs are broken or cracked or anything. I mean, yes, the top cover is cracked right there and stuff like that, and all the motors are bent, which that's impressive in itself. How do you manage to bend every single motor? Like, every single one's bent. You know what I mean? It's bent inwards and stuff like that. And I thought, okay, originally when I saw this, that maybe someone stripped the screws or used an improper screwdriver trying to get the props off, and they bent the motors that way. But that's not the case, and I'll go and show you that in a minute. This is actually pretty impressive. So, of course, I went ahead and did the initial test. I went ahead and bent this up enough so that way they can spin at least freely, so I could see what errors pop up and stuff when I power it up to see if this thing's even worth salvaging or not. Either way it goes, I came up with an ESC error, which definitely is the ESC, and I'll show you that in a minute. And it also came with downward sensor error. When I went ahead and powered it up, those were the error codes it was giving. So I went ahead and took it apart, and this is where you can see the impressive amount of damage. I mean, this is kind of unbelievable, actually. Let me go ahead and get this out here. I went and unclipped because it's kind of a pain to unclip these. So I went ahead and took it out there. And look at that ESC. Look at the IC on there. Yeah, no wonder it's giving a ESC error. That ESC is shot. That's all I got to say. That had to take some severe impact. And you can see it was never touched or opened up before because, you know, the epoxy and stuff that they use is still there. Look at that GPS module. Yeah, that's seen better days. But somehow what's even more impressive is that this gimbal actually survived. And that is the original gimbal to this. You can see all the glue and everything still in place and stuff, but how? I don't even know how you would get this much damage. And there's not a crack on this gimbal. And the gimbal, yes, actually works. The camera works and everything. There's nothing wrong with the gimbal. So how that survived, but you're seeing damage, impact damage it's likely from, like this, is unbelievable in itself. I mean, this is quite impressive damage, and all the motors were bent down, so whatever forces it took a very hard hit. I mean, the fact that every single motor is bent inward, and GPS looks like that, and man, looking at that ESC, you can even see the dye inside that chip right there. That's how bad that is. The package cracked. I mean, quite impressive. Yet the core board did survive, actually, and there's no bent mark or impact damage on this here that I could see right off the bat, besides the downward sensor, which this could be bad. The camera itself, that's actually for the downward sensor. But you can see there it's not bent in or anything on the bottom, and like I said, the gimbal survived. None of the arms are actually cracked or anything like that I could see. You know, they look actually pretty good besides the motor itself. So, very impressive. I'm not even sure how you would actually do that. And I've seen a lot of crash drones, and of course I've seen some severe ones where they were crushed and broken in pieces because they got ran over or whatever the case is and stuff. But this honestly is the first time I actually seen one that it's pretty well intact, but it took this type of damage. Incredible. That's all I gotta say. Now, the good thing about it is I did actually kind of, you know, when I brought this as is broken, I kind of saw some of the damage, and, you know, I kind of made a lower bar offer pretty much for it. He accepted it, so I got it for like $85. There's not much into this at all compared to the $150 he was originally asking. And it does come with control, and thankfully controller's not bound, so I could use this if I wanted to with my DJI 3 Mini Pro, because I got the RC controller. And honestly, I prefer this controller better because it got a little bit more range. So I got this. I got the cables for it too as well. I also got the battery, which the battery's good. It has 55 cycles and stuff on it, but the battery's usable in that last drone I fixed, which was the DJI Mini SE, and it uses the same battery, so I can use the battery too. And then the gimbal itself is actually good, so that can be used as a spare part. Even technically, these arms could be used as spare parts too, because there's no cracks or anything on them that I could see, where it took like crack damage. So that's why I said, how you managed to cause all that and not break the arms and the gimbal and everything is quite impressive. But I had to show this and do a video of this, so there you go, pretty much. Now, I know I'm going to get someone that's going to say, well, that's repairable, I can fix it. Well, I can too. The problem is it's not economically viable, and it wouldn't be a smart thing to do, because I would have to replace all 4 motors because they're all bent. You're never going to unbend them out, and I wouldn't even try it because it's going to be out of balance and stuff. Even if you manage to do that, I wouldn't. You just buy new motors pretty much. The other thing too is, then you saw the ESC board. The ESC board's completely shot, so I would have to replace that. I'll have to replace the GPS board as well too, so that's another additional cost. Then you gotta replace this top housing, which is cheap. You can get those for about $10 or so. You gotta replace this here, the bottom cover, because it's also cracked too and stuff like that. You gotta look at the frame thoroughly, see there's other cracks, because there is. Then you gotta replace the whole mid frame. By the time you get said and done, you'll be into this well over $200 into it. The only thing that might save it is if I were to find another donor drone that, let's just say the core board's bad for some reason or another. I won't get into the reasons why. You'll kind of figure that out yourself. But all the other parts are good. And I can just go ahead and swap the core board and the gimbal over to the other drone and stuff and fix it that way, and then do the calibration and everything like that too. But either way it goes, this is not something I brought to fix. I just did the video just to kind of show you how severe the impact damage is, because I've never seen one that's this intact, but yet all the boards are pretty much smashed up, and the motors and everything else. That's actually quite impressive feat to do, pretty much. But either way it goes, I brought this strictly really for the controller, because the controller itself goes for about $40. Plus, I got additional battery, which these typically go about $55 and stuff like that. And then I also still have spare parts. Like, this whole gimbal assembly actually works great. There's no problems. I tested that. And also, to the core board itself, so long as it didn't take it doesn't look like it took impact damage, but I have to check it more thoroughly. That's good too as well and stuff. And then all the arms and stuff, there's no cracks or anything like that. So I can salvage the arms if I ever crash that, DJI Mini SE. The controller I can use with my DJI Mini 3 Pro, because I actually like that controller better as I get longer range. That's the reason why I actually kind of got this. And I also got a additional battery for the Mini SE and stuff that I don't have to buy now extra. So it works out, at least for me. But as far as fixing this thing, it's just not worth it. You know what I mean? Unless somehow I manage to get one that has a locked, let's say, core board, and the rest of the parts are good, and I just get it cheap and can swap it over, then maybe I might actually do that. But other than that, this concludes the video.